That is Nadia.
This is Mikki. My name is Dr. Marissa Pay.
Hi, this is Sean Stevenson.
And I'm Mindy Kniss.
My name is Rylan Engelhardt, and you are watching
Green tea with Tamara. Green is a good color. Go green, go Tamara, go life, go love. Peace.
You're watching Green Tea with Tamara.
Hey everybody, we are having so much fun tonight. We have love in our hearts now that we have Sylvie Lee on the red carpet, because she's going to tell us what's going on here tonight, because she's in production with Elevate, and we're here at Agape. And the line is getting long. What do we have in store tonight?
So we're here actually for a screening called May I Be Frank, and it's a movie that is going to be pretty amazing. I think it'll be very inspiring. I think it's going to be very heartfelt. I think a lot of people are going to be very touched and moved, and hopefully after many tears we'll have some inspiration and some change in their personal lives from it. So that's the general gist of this evening. And
speaking of change in personal lives, I mean, it's 2012. I mean, there are big shifts happening right now. Like even in your life, you're there in Elevate. Tell us what that's like.
It's amazing. I think it's all about community now. I think a lot of people are kind of thinking tribe, thinking getting back to family, getting back to community, and that's the idea. Is I think we need to kind of get out of our own little worlds and kind of come together and share resources, share ourselves, and be of service, and hopefully make things better. I think it's all up to each one of us to make this a better world and hopefully do it step by step.
And hopefully, and she's saying my magic word, hope, and that's what we have at greenteawithtamara.tv, is healing our planet Earth. And you and I were just talking about, is the green movement coming back? And I think that it is. And I think this is a new kind of sustainability and community. We really have to learn how to rely on each other and something that lasts. And that's really green, and that's eco, and that's sustainable, and that's what's going to save our planet. Don't you think?
Exactly. I think that's exactly the point. I think we need to start thinking sustainably, and I think each of us have to think of what each of us can do to make that happen.
All right, so if we want to see more of Sylvie Lee, we can take a trip to Ojai. Anybody, the next time you're going through, maybe you're on your way to San Francisco, stop by Ojai. You're on your way to Santa Barbara, stop by Ojai, right?
Definitely.
There's always somebody there, right?
Always somebody there. Gorgeous place. Lots of hiking, lots of gorgeous sightseeing.
And you guys have workshops all the time. You have retreats all the time with all kinds of healing things, right?
Very, very spiritual community. I think that's another big draw. A lot of people come there for spirituality, and it's a good place to meditate and really reflect on what's going on personally and in the world. So
when you're here in LA, you come to Agape, but when you're ready to travel abroad, you go to Ojai.
Exactly.
That way you can see we have family everywhere. We're spreading, right? Did you see Patty tonight, the girl that on the video? It's called Shit That New Age Girls Say.
Yes, she's awesome. She's doing a great job coordinating all of this.
Hello, it's the man of the evening.
I wasn't going down yet.
Michael Beckwith has arrived. There's Kevin Carr. You remember Kevin Carr from the last video we did, right?
Absolutely.
On PBS?
Yes.
So where you been lately, besides television, film,
I just got
red
back
carpets?
from the UN and had
UN.
had an opportunity to speak there, and I'm here at Agape every week, and been European tour, and here we are.
So I have to ask you, have you considered moving to Ojai?
Mickey's always inviting me down. He says I have a special room there for me and Ricky to stay.
I know.
So I will be down to Ojai.
Everybody's moving to Ojai.
I won't be moving down there, but I will be visiting frequently.
There you go. You can be kind of like bi-coastal kind of thing. Like that's what I said. When you're in LA, you go to Agape. When you're traveling north, you go to Ojai, right?
Absolutely.
So what else you got to share with us tonight before you go in to see the movie?
Well, basically, as you know, the movie's about some major transformation. And so we want individuals to be inspired that they can literally not just do a cosmetic job on the exterior, but they can really go deep, change their life, and allow the radiant happiness and joy that's within them to bloom and to blossom and to express.
And the time is now. It's 2012. This is when
it.
it's supposed to be happening, right?
Everything is happening so fast. The vibration of the earth is picked up. Everything is going faster. This is the time to set your intention, let it unfold.
And I understand that the Mayan calendar thing, it's not just happening now, but there's going to be some upcoming things in December of 2012 that really spiritually deeply start to move and shake. Tell us about that.
Well, the Mayan calendar and the I Ching converge.
It's 2012. It's 2012. Oh my God, let's go to Agape this Sunday.
And so December 21st, 2012 is a day in which there's a rapidity, there's a actually increase of energy. So it's a good day to keep your attention on love and harmony and peace.
So see, I already thought that 2012 had happened, but really it's still on the way, right?
It's unfolding. It's unfolding. It's like in a blink of an eye, changes take place. Don't blink.
Just be present, right?
Be in the now.
Yeah. Any more advice you have for us that we can enjoy the evening?
Well, the biggest vice is advice. So I'm not going to give you any advice other than to live fully and completely and don't blow your incarnation.
Don't blow it, people. Don't blow it.
Don't blow your incarnation.
I love Michael Beckwith.
I'm a lover of Agape. I've been here. I teach the Tai Chi at Agape. And Michael calls me his little sister. I call him my big brother. And I'm just very honored to be part of this spiritual community that everything we do is to be a beneficial presence on the planet. That we can have a premiere of a movie that really has such a strong message for my generation. I use oil of Olay, so I'm actually older than I look.
I was wondering how you did that, but I wanted to ask you, when you talk about movies and stuff, I know that you're actually in production on television. Tell us about that.
I do a talking head on TV specials for Discovery Channel, Learning Channel. I've done 8. The latest one is on Planet Green TV called Hunting the Lost Symbol. And I talk about human dynamics. So on this one, I talk about conspiracy theory and why people believe the worst in people.
Oh my God, those conspiracy theories, you can get so, that's like a rabbit hole. You fall down into that and then you don't know anymore, like what's real and what's not.
Chemtrails.
Yes, it's called I Think, Therefore I'm Screwed.
Right. We are catching up with the most stunningly beautiful woman on the carpet this evening. And I didn't even get your name yet, but I'll just let you tell us.
CC White.
And who are you and what are you doing here tonight?
I'm here to support this most incredible movie. I'm a good friend of Mikki's, and I've worked with Jason before. I look forward to seeing this. It's very inspirational, I understand, and I am so glad I'm here. Today's my birthday. So
Happy birthday!
Blessing. Congratulations to Agape, and I'm glad to be here again. Very excited. And I'm a vocalist, and I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
She's a vocalist, and so she must be in the Agape choir, is that right?
No, but I would love to be someday.
I bet she sings like an angel. You look like an angel.
You look like an angel.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment from you. Anything else you want to tell us before we go in to enjoy May I Be Frank?
May I Be Frank? Congratulations on the movie. Congratulations on inspiring the entire world. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it, as I said, and it's going to be a blessing. And I'm ringing.
She's got an important phone call.
Not as important as this. So congratulations. Everyone cannot wait to see it.
This is Ryland Englehart. He's a very, very talented man because not only does he run a restaurant that you love named Cafe Gratitude, but he also was the director of tonight's movie. How do you do it all?
Well, it's happened over the last 5 years. The way that the whole film started was as I was a server at Cafe Gratitude, and Frank on a dreary, cold night showed up at Cafe Gratitude and lonely, kind of depressed, given up on life, and he saw gratitude and he was wanting something to be grateful for. So he walked into Cafe Gratitude and was met with warmth and welcome. And every day at Cafe Gratitude we have a question of the day, and that day's question was, what's one thing you want to do before you die? And he said that one thing I want to do before I die is I want to fall in love, and I don't think anyone will love me because I don't love myself. And in that moment, earlier than that, I had this insight of to do a film to reverse to supersize me, where we would take someone from sickness to wellness. And the moment he said that, no one loves me because I don't love myself because of the body that I have, and I in that moment was like, wow, this is the guy. And I asked him that night. I said, "You want to try an experiment? You want to allow me and my team here at Cafe Gratitude to support you in a whole new way of life, new diet, new thinking, new community, new view on, new vantage point on life?" And he said yes. He was so low, he just surrendered his life to some 20-something-year-olds, and we took him on a 42-day journey that was really the impetus and the start of his transformation. And now he's here. He's actually just led his first transformational workshop this past year, and now he's working on being an inspirational speaker around the world. And this is someone who is, literally suicidal and pretty much had given up on life, over 300 pounds. And so here we are at the Agape International Spiritual Center.
Agape, and that means love. And so I think that's really amazing that you're just kind of the accidental filmmaker, right? The accidental filmmaker.
That's right. That's
but
right.
then also
we didn't have a camera.
But I love also your opposite of the McDonald's film, you know, that you're showing the positive side. I mean, that guy that ate the McDonald's every day and he got really sick and he showed you this is how it can be. Then you showed, well, what's the opposite of that? What's the other end, like the wellness end? And tell us, I mean, if he can come out of his obesity and his depression just by what he's eating, then
it's much more than just food, but really, you know, the simple thing is once you get that you matter, all your choices matter.
It all comes down to love and self-love and saying, I'm worth this, right? Don't put garbage in my body and don't treat myself bad, right?
That's right. You know, that when we get that we matter, then all our choices start mattering. We start, you know, putting good things in our body. We start, we start being friendly.
Our body is our garden, right?
It is.
And we have to take care of it, right?
That's right. It's our vehicle in this lifetime, you know. That's it.
We're talking to Sean and Mindy, and I'm so glad you guys are here tonight because I heard you have a specialty or some kind of gift that you bring. Tell us about it.
It's called love.
We're sharing it with the world. We each have our own individual gifts. One of the things that I do is I'm known as the 3-foot giant. I've had a television show talking about how it doesn't matter what container you come in or what conditions you have in your life, you can be a giant in your life. And Mindy comes at it from a different angle. How would you describe what you do?
I restart people's hearts. So if they're worried about stuff, living in their mind, fear, ego-based, it's just about dropping it down, coming from love, and that affects everything, your relationships, business, career, health, wealth, all of it.
And that's important, and that's green, right? I mean, do you think that that's like an eco thing to do, a green, like being green and saving the planet and being sustainable and bringing life?
Well, it's all about connection.
Is it green that way?
I mean, it's everything's connected. So in that, absolutely. It's, you know, connecting to other people, it's connecting to the environment.
Like a spider web, which reflects the connection of life in the web that we live in, right? It's like biomimicry and like Mother Earth, like we are Mother Earth. Like we have blood that's the same as the ocean and the salt content. It's like we're so much like her in every way, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, we see it all the time that, you know, nuts and vegetables and fruits, they mimic the parts of the body that they're healthy for. Like the heart is good for, you know, the tomatoes are good for the heart and they have like little capillaries. Walnuts are good for the brain, they're hemispheres. You know, prunes are good for, anyway, everything has a signature. So when you look at, you know, we are here together to work together for the planet. It's a beautiful thing. As long as you're not resistant and living in fear, amazing things can happen for you.
And then like the answers are in the stars, right?
Always. They're in all of our eyes.
Literally. I mean, if we could read the stars, I mean, there's a language there that's probably telling us who we are, right?
Well, there's also stardust within each of us. So it's actually, we don't even need to go out there. It's just in here.
Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. Well, we could talk to you forever, but if we want to get more of you, where can we find you?
Well, Mindy, you go first.
RestartYourHeart.com.
I've heard of you. RestartYourHeart.com.
Yeah, that's it. You can find me there.
I've heard of you. And then where can we find more of you?
TimeToStand.com. TimeToStand.com.
All right. Well, enjoy the evening, and thanks for bringing the love tonight, you guys. I can feel it.
Thanks so much.
It's the man and woman of the evening, Mikki Willis and Nadia. You two look gorgeous. You're glowing. Life is great, is it not? Tell us about it.
Life is wonderful, yeah. This is such an amazing event and birth for us. And I know that we just had another birth of our 6-month-old. Well, he's now 6 months. And life is just awesome.
Tell us what you're creating.
Well, right now we're releasing PlayItFWD, which is which is a new distribution platform for independent films. And so this is something after 20 years or so in the independent film business that we felt was time to release something that could really help the independent films that very commonly fall through the cracks. And they're some of the most important films out there, films that deal with all of the elements that affect our lives. And we get to see them because we're in the business, but the public doesn't. And so this is a way for us to allow people, through the act of generosity, to gift one another and to help these films become viral and get them wherever they need to be in the world.
I know, I see a lot of really great films out here in Los Angeles, and I call my mom in Arkansas and say, did you see that one? And she's like, well, no, honey. So many films don't go like through the Midwest, and some like only LA and New York sees them. So you're going to change all that.
Yes.
That's exactly what we're striving for here. And there are a lot of other companies and great platforms that are coming up now to serve into just that. And PlayItFWD is really just our way to say that for the films that have that certain kind of magic that when you see it, you say, I know someone that needs to see this, my mom, my dad, my brother, whoever it might be, that needs to see this film. This is an opportunity for a micropayment to ship this film off and to leave it in their inbox, so they just have to click a button and watch this gift. So to also a way for not only to serve the filmmakers, but to provide a way for people to contribute to others, which is something that's innate in all of us. And there are just not enough ways for us to actually do that. So this is one way that we're creating.
I had this vision while you were talking of this big medicine cabinet, and like you opened it up and all these films and DVDs are in there, and you have like, an illness, and you're like, okay, I need to watch this film.
Yeah.
And like there's a film for everything, right?
Yeah.
And you see so many films out there, and like you say, you want to share them with people, and they're bringing healing, and that's what you're doing, is healing the planet through giving the medicine. Like sometimes it's food and plants, but in your case, it's food for the mind and the soul and things like that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's really all about the elevation of our human experience, really. So whatever that whatever category that may fall under, if it's food, if it's health and wellness, if it's psychology, and if it's just plain the celebration of life. Those are the films that we're targeting. That's what we're curating right now. And our library, the PlayItFWD library, will be carefully curated for quality over quantity. So we might have a few hundred titles, whereas a lot of other platforms have thousands, which is wonderful. But in my experience, I don't have time to weed through thousands of films. I want someone to do the curation for me so that I know that.
I love that. So I know when I'm going there, I'm not wasting my time watching a bunch of crap, that I'm getting the good quality stuff, right?
Well said. Well said. Yes.
In my slang. Anything else you want to share with us this evening? I mean, look, it's like everybody, the Elevate family here, and it's just, it's so good. I mean, you guys have a great thing. The vision that you had before you started this thing in Ojai, I mean, how was it born?
The Elevate thing or the Ojai thing?
The Elevate Ojai thing.
The Elevate Ojai thing. Well, wow, geez, where do we begin with the Elevate Ojai thing? Do you want to speak into that?
Wow. Well, it was time for us to leave our downtown loft, and we all just as a team said, we really want to be in nature. And so I searched for 3 or 4 months all over Los Angeles trying to find, a place that really served our needs, and couldn't find it at all. And so we reached out into our community, and I said, okay, we said, this is what we want. And basically we had somebody forward an email over to the owner of the property that we have now, and he's like, wow, this sounds like my property. And it was in Ojai, and we thought, oh, is that too far? And Mikki was like, nope, I have the download. I got a download.
Wait, what does that mean? I heard that on shit that new age girls say.
Oh my god, I'm totally getting a download.
I'm getting, like, they're hugging, like, I'm totally getting a download. What does that mean?
It's like when, those cartoons when the light bulb comes on? It's like that.
Or you get the truth bumps, right?
Yeah, the truth bumps.
That's it.
Yes. And so he went and met with the owner of the property, and it was divine. Perfect.
And there we are.
Yeah, and there we are.
So are you a new age girl? Do you say that? Do you say that shit? Shit that new age girls say. I don't mean to be cussy, but that's the title of the thing, so I have to say the dirty word. But now this video is rated R, so.
Yeah, that's right.
I am. I definitely am. We couldn't have made that video if it wasn't true, and if we weren't living in ourselves.
You guys made that. The Elevate team made that video, right? And Patty was in it. And when I watched it, you know what I said to myself? I said, I could have done this video. I was like, but now it's been done. But everything in there was like, I said that. I was like, and hers is my favorite.
Yeah, well, that's why it got 1 million hits in 7 days or so.
1 million hits in 7 days. That is power.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's really the power of the internet and why we created PlayItFWD, for that kind of ability for the people to choose what they want to see and what they want to share. And that's a perfect example of why we're here and what we plan on doing with May I Be Frank, which is an incredible film about what's possible when someone gives to another with the intention of helping them change their life. And now Frank, who has had his life totally transformed, is now paying it forward to other people in his life. And this is how we change things. This is how we turn the ship around, and this is how we connect and reconnect with each other through generosity.
Oh my god, I'm totally getting a download.